My name is Almighty. I'm a producer. I'm an engineer. I've been working at Pro Sounds for like 8 years. Just mixing and, you know what I'm saying, trying to cook up the next banger for the world to hear, you dig? So, get with me.
What's up, y'all? It's Keefy, producer engineer here at Pro Sound. Really like audio and visual. Work with the camera, do your vocals. You might catch me in here being a little baby supervisor. Sometimes I like to be bossy, but other than that, just be vibing here with the game. Shit fun as hell. Right now I'm editing a video, so I'm gonna get to that. See y'all later.
I'm a dog nigga, I sell dog food, opposites, number 10s, nigga top 2, opposites, top 10, we in the top 2, niggas top 5, bitch I'm top 2, niggas in my top 5, I'm in top 2, niggas top 5 around this bitch, top 2, niggas top 10, bitch I'm top 2.
Yeah, still here. Putting it together. Every day you see me in action. Turn. Independent, man. Independent way. You know what I'm saying? We don't take no handouts. You know what I'm saying? Rather go figure it out. Like that from him.
Nigga had a Rolls Royce, a baby coach. He had a motherfucking egg. A blue egg was his baby coach. Pirelli, I think it was, if I remember. They don't even make them no more. Blue and yellow. Like I got a Rolls Royce of Walker's, he had a Rolls Royce of baby coach. You ride, you do what you gotta do. You got ride in your blood. You can ride with me ever since you come home from the hospital. All day, all night long. So it ain't nothing like that. Driving and riding ain't nothing for you. You just get tired of that shit, you know.
Hit the road.
Nigga, you been riding with your dad from day one, all day, every day, no matter what it was. We was riding. We was my shotgun man. That's before kids had to have a baby seat in the car. We used to ride right beside. We'd be going out.
How was your hand back then?
It was my hand. It was my right hand then.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's see how it go. This the family business. This ain't just started 11 years ago. This shit been in the making before you was in the making. Watch.
Like Nike, I'ma go ahead and do it. I'm sending love to the real, that's all above. And I cannot trust.
Fucked up, but that's just the way it gotta be. Relationships, I'm done giving my heart, she'll make a clown of me. I told that bitch go buy me proud of shit, she said she proud of me. I gotta keep my head up, cause I know snacks looking down on me. I never been to.
Bro, you can fuck up a whole mix and that shit still sound good.
In the go room?
Yes, bro. I accidentally did some shit like that, and I'm like, why this shit sound good when the mic was backwards for like 3 days, bro?
Bro,
I had a 5-hour session, and he did all these songs with the mic backwards.
Bro.
On fucking College Kid.
Bro.
I didn't fucking make it on College Kid.
Through the trenches with a real nigga. Hang with them scabbards, I already know that they gon' judge me. Once we get that job, we hit the block, then we gon'
Ain't nothing. Nobody touch my shit. I can't trust people. I fuck or I can't. That jealousy, that envy just pop up. It pops up with me, with my own people, so I know it's popping up with people it's not supposed to pop up with. I know it's gonna pop up. And then you only could control it is if you really like one of them ones. So you know like that I can't be like that with my nigga. Like this flip. You create your character was supposed to be a character helping my character. It wasn't like it's not how long you know me, bro. You seen me. I was always trying to be this person that I'm coming into. Never did not know suit, not trying to fucking make it in the music industry. Look like this nigga have a flashy car. Never not known that not to be me. Every nigga always known that to be me since I was younger than you. You feel me? You ever did you?
Yeah.
You never known me to be nothing else for real.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, and I like, before I was able to even come to be the person, like I did what I was supposed to do in my lower forms.
So back in the day in Philly, that place called the 3-2 Center. Low income people go and pick up the food stamps. And the gentleman in the neighborhood had like a shirt stand. I used to work out there on his shirt stand, selling like shirts to people once they got their money coming out the 3-2 Center. I used to buy food stamps off of them. It was one of my first early on jobs when I learned to just hustle like that, basically, I would say, like my first job there. What I could tell you is, like, I learned how to hustle right then because we also had, like, the t-shirts back then. Like, it was a big hustle to sell people, like, white t-shirts with, like, different sayings on it, like, my Johnson bigger than his Johnson type shit. And also around that time, like, we would, like, if there'd be concerts, we would hit concerts and sell all the t-shirts, which I didn't know back then, but we were selling bootleg t-shirts. And I was the youngest dude on the team. That was how I used to get the hold of money. I used to get the food stamps because the owner only trusts me. It was all OG niggas there, so the owner just was like, I was the nigga who held the money. You know what I'm saying? When we go out there, I sold like hella t-shirts for the nigga. Like, it'd be like R. Kelly concert over. We running through the parking lot. All right, here go the van right here. The van got 2,000 shirts in it. Take 20 shirts at a time. Hit the truck, run out, go sell everybody shirts. Shirts inside like $50. Walking through the parking lots, we got the shirts $10. They don't know the difference from authentic or not. Keep in mind, I'm a kid, 12, 13 years old. I'm having cash. I'm having money in my pocket. And like shit, I just, from then it like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit never really stopped. Like from that point, I would say like I always had money in my pocket. I always was like willing to, you know what I mean? My dad told me, like as a kid, like money to be made, son. What are you going to do? What are you willing to do to get it? So I always knew that like money wasn't like going to be an easy thing or free thing. I'm not saying it's a hard thing, but it becomes a hard thing if you just want it to be given to you. Then it becomes very tricky. But if you're willing to like work for it, then it's easily got. Like what you're trading for is like easy. It's like easy trader. It's easy to trade in. Probably worked for maybe like 2 years overall total. So maybe like 12 till I was about 14 or so. I worked with him all the time until I moved. Yeah, like he trusted me. He had got like a store around the corner, so we went from like that to we had like little dollar hoagies and shit. And the only other niggas who had, the only other people who had dollar hoagies was Dominican. They was the only people who pop up on the corner store. You get Dominican store. They still got in the hood now. But they had like dollar hoagies back then. So $1 get you a turkey sandwich on the roll. He was like one of the first dudes to do that. He put me right in the store. He just trusted me. He put me right to work and shit. He just kept moving me up. So I had like gained like a lot of like little morals and shit, like working with him and shit. Like he'd take me to his safe. Like he was just showing me shit. Like, and I didn't get it, but now I look at the nigga I am today. It's like I look at who my old head was, like what he showed me. And I remember other old heads that worked for him. They always would like try to get me to steal from him and stuff. They would like plant shit in my head, like, oh, he don't pay you enough. They'd be like, oh yeah, I always keep a little extra. I never turn in all the money and shit like that. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't want to be corrupted by it and shit. And I just said it like, you know I probably let that shit slip. Like, probably sold some shirts, forgot to get the money up and shit. You get home with it and shit. You feel me? And then it was like, you feel me? My people was getting high and shit back then, so it's like I might have pulled the little stunt, you feel me? And karma a bitch, cause then I go home and sleep, wake up, and then somebody in the crib that hit me. Right. So it's like, you feel me? Like little shit like that. It's just like it be so bad that it don't be worth doing, because if you take something and somebody takes it from you, it's like you fuck your name up. You're a thief. You done did all this shit and you ain't got nothing. So like as a kid, like little stuff like that, so it's like karma like would affect me so quickly as a child that like, you know what I mean, I was able to correct. So I was like, the corrections I would say probably was like there with me, like quickly. I left Philly a lot. It was always me and my dad. So like, we would always like, you know what I mean, like get yourself in trouble or something. And my mom was always dead. So I wouldn't have nobody really to like too many places to go to. My grandma was dead. So it was like all really on my dad. So I spent a lot of time also growing up in Atlantic City before, you know, we made it to Williamsport. And it's crazy because it's like every time we moved out of Philly, it'd be like Pops would be coming home from jail. Like, or he gotta go to jail. It's like when Pops had to go to jail, that's like when I'm about to get like a new life. Be like, damn, how these people about to treat me type shit. Every time Pops go to jail. So like Pops go to jail, you know, I moved to Atlantic City. Feel me, and go through it with, you know what I mean, see what life is like living over here, how I'm about to be treated and stuff like that. And then like when Pops come home, it's like it's back in effect. Like, oh, he home, I know he clean. You feel me? Like what he got going, I know he got something going, right. So he called it like, shit, so I'm home, you ready to come? And I'm like, shit, you know I'm coming. So you know, they went back in Philly, moving around, whatever. So like this particular time, still in Philly working for Ed, Pop come home. Then they got me doing a whole documentary. Pop go home, you know, he go to Williamsport where I'm working for Ed. I had a beeper. Pop come home from jail, working for Ed, I got a couple dollars. Got a little beeper and shit. So Pop, I was already staying with one of Pop's girls and shit when Pops was in jail. So he had to leave me with his girl this time. So when he came home from jail, I was working for Ed and shit. And Pops had a new girlfriend too. And this one up Williamsport. So he's giving her my beeper number and shit. Well, his girl is hitting me up. I gotta tell him because he's with his other chick that his joint is beeping me and shit. So, you know what I mean? I learned to be a player early on, just helping Pops out. That's real. You know, Pops trying to get himself together and shit. Williamsport was really a place for like, you know, adults to get themselves together. Pops, like, you know what I mean, asked me if I would move on Williamsport with him. My grandpa was already living up there. So we're probably about 15, 16. Told Pops, shit, you know, I'm with you, dog. You know what I mean? We went to Williamsport, that shit was rough. I mean, just growing up there, like, we still ain't had shit. Pop really trying to get himself together. We getting kicked out, homeless and shit. I'm always keeping a job though. You know what I mean? I got a car at one point. I got a car as soon as I turned 16. I like spent $100 for my first whip. Like, you know, I always kept some wheels. It was like once I was old enough to make money, let me get that job. I was old enough to drive, let me get them licenses. Buy a car, I don't give a fuck how much, I don't give a fuck. Let me give me some wheels up this bitch. Or the board. Feel me? So me and Pop slept the port. He trying to get himself together and shit. You know, I'm going to school and shit. And trying to work and shit. You know, of course I'm living with Pops and one of his girls or something somewhere. Yeah, like Pop get. I think Pops fell out with his girl and shit like that. So we homeless again. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a little car. Got nowhere to live. So we jump on the road, Pop like, fuck it, we going back to Atlantic City. You know what I mean? That's where his mom and everybody from. So we shoot on the road, move from Williamsport back to Atlantic City. Go out there and shit. I remember I found a job at Burger King and shit. I was about 15, 16, you know, about 16. Found a job at Burger King. And they were like, fuck it. Like Burger King and shit. So we staying at like some relatives' house. Come back to the crib, hear the relatives talking about us and shit. Just like, damn, go tell Pops and shit. Pops like, fuck, we gotta leave again. So, you know, all the clothes still in the Chevy Celebrities, or like the trunk full, back seat full, right. Clothes and shit. Man, me and Pop jump back on the road. Alright, fuck it. Like, they don't want us here either. We gotta go back up Williamsport. Go back up Williamsport and shit. You know. Pops he always got a girl or something. Pops got a chick. There'll be letters in the crib. We stand there and shit. I'm just like, I've been through this shit so much in my life, bro. I'm just like, the moment, like every time my shit is activated, like I'm 18, or every time I can just be able to do that shit on my own, bruh, I knew to do it. I would do it.
I'm a dog nigga. I sell dog food. Opposites. Number 10s, nigga top 2. Opposites.